So as we talked about QS, what are the broad services and areas that we really deal with on a day-to-day life?
Okay, so as I've told you that it's a myth that QS is just restricted to the quantification and the BOQ preparation. There are so many things and actually so many career options which you can develop in the QS field. So if we talk about the pre-contract works or pre-contract stage, so the quantification is already being covered. Then the cost plan preparation, benchmarking report preparation. Then it comes the all the budgeting, then the procurement and tendering and risk assessment, then the value engineering. So if I talk about the procurement and tendering, so I think it is itself a career option because people, especially at the client side, there is so many opportunity in the procurement, right? And if we comes to post contract works, so in post contract works we have complete bill certification, we have this claims management, change management process, and the commercial closeout and handover. So these all are actually a specific area you can develop your career. So it is not only if there is some particular work which, like maybe if you are not very comfortable of doing the quantification, then you start getting to know the contracts. So the contract administration is also part of the QS. Right. So you start getting to know the contracts, you start getting to know about the tendering process, the procurement. So there are actually different options.
And what's there in the procurement part?
Yeah. So if we talk about the procurement, so every project have a different kind of procurement strategy. So when we get a project, so I'll just give you an example. So when we get a office interior fit out project, so maybe there is a client who is developing their office in Gurgaon. So they have around 50,000 square feet of area. So now they are developing their project there. They have given us as a cost management and QS services. So now what is the first step? First step to do the feasibility check or to prepare a benchmarking report. So what is a benchmarking report? So benchmarking report is to assess that project with the similar kind of project which is done in the market. Right. So if 50,000 or 80,000 square feet area, if we have completed, we have multiple projects. So we must have completed that kind of project with some other client also. So we prepare that kind of benchmarking where we show, okay, this type of project, if it is a first in which category it falls, if it is a luxury kind of project or if it is a basic project and it is a mid-range things would be used. So first we analyze like what kind of project it is, and accordingly we link this with the similar kind of projects.
Essentially, it's a comparative analysis of what has been done.
Yes.
Probably in terms of cost, effort, estimation, and everything.
And then we give a tentative cost to the client. Okay, your project will land up in this much of cost per square feet. And then when the designs start developing, then we'll move to the cost plan preparation. So the first design would be schematic or concept stage design. So we'll get the details from the client in terms of drawings and in terms of MEP DVRs, in terms of maybe they have some guidelines which they need to follow. So we get that kind of details from them, and then we start preparing the BOQ based on it, the quantification. If there is a drawings which are available and we can do the quantification from them, we use CostX software. So we start doing the quantification from that software, and we start we start gathering the quantities. So for example, if this is a wood paneling, so how many wood paneling is required for this project? So there is a light, how many lights are there in this project? So these type of quantification we start doing it, and then we prepare the BOQ, and then according to the market research we do. So if this particular item is there, for example, if this is a light, so this is a ceiling suspended light. What all makes are available? So maybe there is a Bajaj, maybe Philips, Signify, there are multiple makes. So we take the quotes from the market. Okay, this is a 30-watt light, Philips make is there, and then we'll get the quotes from the market and we prepare the rate analysis of it. So what is there in the rate analysis? It will be the material rate, the supply material rate, then the labor and installation rate would be there. Then obviously that material will not be available. Maybe it's not available here in Gurgaon. Maybe it is coming outside. Or maybe if it is available in Gurgaon, maybe it is their factory is in Noida. So the transportation cost we have to cover. So and then also because client wouldn't be directly purchasing it, they will be giving it to the contractor. So there is a contractor overheads and profits. So these all elements would be there in the rate analysis, and then we arrive that rate. What will be the BOQ item rate would be. Okay. And that's how we prepare the complete BOQ and the quantification and the rate analysis and estimates, and that's how we arrive the total cost of the project. So there are small elements which arrives our complete cost plan or which arrives our complete cost of the project.
Perfect. And there is another team, or probably the execution team or the project management team who actually implements that.
So yeah, so in this also there are two prospects. So one is a cost management, which where we are doing the BOQ and the cost estimates and everything, and the project management team also. So in some project project managements are also there. So they are mainly dealing the legal things and what is going at the site and the procurement things and everything. So it depends. So the scope of services is divided into two teams.
Right.
So there is some kind of work which QS and the cost management needs to do, and there's some kind of work which project managers needs